I'm Mark Noseworthy, project lead on Destiny 2.
Mark, what are you showing new here at E3 with Destiny 2?
We're showing a few things new. For starters, we're showing the Ark Strider. This is the new hunter subclass in Destiny 2. The Ark Strider summons a mystical staff, and he's like a ninja acrobat and can just bounce around the environment, cracking dudes in the head with the staff. We're also showing off the PvP mode, the Crucible mode countdown that we showed previously at the gameplay reveal event. And we have Homecoming, the first mission of the game, demonstrating on PC in the NVIDIA booth for anyone to just walk up and play, no appointments.
You guys also gave us a little more insight into the villain of Destiny 2. Talk a little about him.
Yeah, Dominus Gall is the leader of the Red Legion, and he covets the powers that the Guardians have, these superheroes that are defending the last safe city. He's come to our system to sever our connection to this power and to take it for himself. He believes that the Traveler made a mistake when it chose humanity. It chose poorly, and he himself wants to be chosen by the Traveler. And so he's taken away our light. We're cast out, and the player is the tip of the spear in this story. And you're going to have to go out in the world, reclaim the Vanguard, bring them back together, get your powers, take back the city.
So it sounds a lot different from Destiny, where you were already kind of in this established city. You are already really powerful and established and had a society and all that good stuff. And here you're starting from scratch.
Yeah, Destiny was sort of a hopeful post-apocalypse, and now this is almost a new apocalypse post that apocalypse, right? Humanity's last safe city has been rid of its superheroes, and we're really almost pushed past the brink here, and it's a fresh start for all players, whether you're brand new to Destiny or you coming back after playing for a couple years. We wanted all players to start from the same spot, right? And so whether you're new or old, Destiny 2 puts you in the same starting place.
So talk about how that works in a gameplay standpoint with your light level.
It essentially means that your light is being taken away from you, right? In that first mission, literally that first mission, you're going to come face to face with Gall, which you saw in that cinematic trailer we just released yesterday, and you lose your light, right? And you have to start back from scratch, but your connection to light's been severed, and you have to find a new path, a new way forward. I'm not going to spoil the story for you, but it means everyone is starting at the same place. All your weapons, your armor, your abilities, you need to go and get stronger again. And you're gonna find all new weapons and armor. You're gonna get new abilities like the Ark Strider.
What about everything in your bank for players who have been playing since day one? Will they have that gear still accessible to them visually, at least?
No. It really is a fresh start. Gall, he's a bad dude, and he's taking it all away. You can blame him.
So talk about the story in Destiny 2. You guys going to have more interactive in-game cutscenes elaborating on the story? Because the first game was very deep, but you guys had a lot of text to read.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to tell a very cinematic story here. Probably more cinematics in this game than any Bungie game maybe we've ever made. We want a story where you, the player, are the tip of the spear, where there are these memorable characters and epic moments. The Red War, that's what we call the campaign. It's sizable. It's going to take you a good chunk of time to get through it, and we think it tells a great story, one about recovery and loss, and asks questions like, what does it mean to be chosen, right? Or what happens when this world full of superheroes loses their power, their history, and their homes, and what lengths would you go to get it back?
Talk about some of the new hubs we'll be able to explore.
Yeah, we've introduced all new destinations in Destiny 2. On Earth, you'll go to the European Dead Zone. This is a place where there's a corrupted shard of the Traveler poisoning this nearby forest. Titan, a moon of Saturn, is covered with these methane oceans, and on there is these ancient human arcologies from the height of the Golden Age. They've been abandoned. Io is this sulfuric landscape. It's a moon of Jupiter, and it's the last place that the Traveler touched down. And then finally we have Nessus. Nessus is an unstable planetoid that the Vex have been terraforming from the inside out with all sorts of mysteries to discover.
Now, will players be able to go to the old Destiny 1 locations as well, or just the new ones?
All new destinations in Destiny 2.
So talk a little about, I have to ask because everyone's going to yell at me if I don't. Space battles, is it happening?
No, we have no plans for space battles in Destiny. Destiny is really about your guardian, your character, this superhero, this action hero that you physically move through the world, right? So it's super important to us to just have a great playing action game, to feel really good on the sticks or now with the mouse and keyboard on PC. When you pop a guy in the head, his soul escapes his body, and you throw a grenade and you slide behind cover. This is really about creating the ultimate monster killing machine, and so that's really what we're focused on Destiny. It's a first-person action game, first and foremost.
You should give me a straight answer because people go, maybe. That's so. Talk about the hubs. Like, how big are they in comparison to the old areas in Destiny 1?
You know, we don't try to set out a standard like, oh, we're going to make them twice as big or we're going to make them smaller. It really comes down to like what we're trying to do creatively, right? The European Dead Zone probably is our biggest destination. It is quite large. It's enormous, and it's on Earth, and so we wanted to, you to be able to explore a lot of this new place. But then we also, sometimes we have smaller destinations. You look like in the past we made the Taken King, and we introduced a new destination there, the Dreadnought, and people thought it was the biggest destination we ever made. It was actually the smallest destination we ever made, but it was about the activities, the things you do there. The Dreadnought had this rich, there's just a lot to discover and do there, and we've been trying to make all our destinations more explorable in Destiny 2. On every destination now, there are adventures. These are like 10 to 15-minute mini missions that you can take that tell you the story of the inhabitants and the combatants that inhabit the planet, or the NPCs that are there, the stories of the worlds you're exploring. Or there are lost sectors to discover. These are, hidden portions of the destination where there's a boss hiding in some spot guarding his treasure where you have to discover it. And of course, take his loot from him, right? And then there are all new patrols and there are other things to discover in the world. And so, we're much more focused, instead of saying, oh, the game was this big before, let's make it this large now, of making every destination just a richer experience to be in the first place.
Will your Guardian have a voice this time around?
Your Guardian is going to be pretty similar to Destiny 1. We really want you're the role player, right? Like, this is my Titan, this is my Hunter, this is my Warlock, and if the player was speaking a bunch, then they would say something that maybe I wouldn't say, and I wouldn't feel like I'm role playing anymore. So, the player is not going to say too many things.
What are some of the challenges when introducing a new game to new players? Because Destiny is a pretty big game, and at the same time not alienating older players.
It's certainly challenging, but I think there's a benefit to all players when we try to assume that people know nothing. If we assume they know nothing about how the game plays, or know nothing about the story, know nothing about the world, then that means we have this privilege to reintroduce millions of people to their first fallen captain, or what the Traveler is, or what is the light, what is the nature of the light. These are questions that maybe we didn't even answer that well in the past, and now we're really going to delve into them. And so by trying to say, let's assume players know nothing when they come into Destiny 2, we actually think it makes it a better experience for all players.
What was it like working with the Xbox One X architecture, and what did it open up for you creatively?
Yeah, that is a mouthful. We don't have any announcements about the Xbox One X yet. It's just announced.
So when does Destiny 2 come out, and what platforms will it be on?
So Destiny 2 is coming out on Xbox and PlayStation 4 on September 6th. We moved it up just recently by like 2 days, and it's coming out on October 24th on PC. Now, all those platforms are going to have betas. So on console, the beta is on July 21st. That's when anyone can play the beta. If you pre-order Destiny 2 on console, you can access the beta, a couple or 3 days early on both those platforms. Same thing's true for PC. The PC beta is going to be near the end of August. We haven't pinpointed the exact date yet.
If you have a PC and your friend has an Xbox, can you play together?
No, we don't support any cross-play.